Well, good morning. As Diane mentioned, I'm Bill Lowe, Chancellor here at IU Northwest. And on behalf of our entire campus community, I want to welcome you to Indiana University Northwest for the official start of this year's Northwest Indiana Money Smart Week. As a university campus that is engaged in our community, IU Northwest embraces the themes of Money Smart Week: raising awareness of financial literacy, connecting consumers with free financial information and resources, and educating consumers about personal finance. Now, over the last 10 years, Money Smart Week campaigns have reached tens of thousands of consumers across the country, with the heaviest concentration here in the Midwest. Money Smart Week is offered through a unique and growing partnership among higher education, government, the financial services community, and area not-for-profit organizations. Today we join the Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago, area financial institutions, the Lake Area United Way, and the Center for Financial Services Innovation out of Chicago to kick off our local Money Smart Week activities. I also welcome the Girl Scouts of Greater Chicago and Northwest Indiana, who will announce the finalists of Money Smart Kid Essay Contest. The highlight of Money Smart Week here at IU Northwest will be the Resource Fair next Saturday, the 28th of April, from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. in our library conference center next door to this building. The free fair aims to provide strategies for better money management. Attending this resource fair can make a real difference for individuals and families trying to stretch their dollars further, invest in a more secure financial future, buy a first home, or improve their use of credit. Other educational activities will be presented as part of Money Smart Week throughout Northwest Indiana by local community groups, government agencies, businesses, schools, and not-for-profit organizations. So thank you all for coming today to learn about this exciting program to benefit people throughout our community. It is now my distinct pleasure to turn the program back over to Diane Rayon, who's chairperson of the Northwest Indiana Money Smart Council and the Financial Literacy Coordinator for Central Indiana. Thank you once again, and welcome.
The Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago, and I'm not sure how much of you were paying attention in high school, but we're in charge of the nation's economy and the nation's payment system, and there's 12 banks around the country, and I work at the regional headquarters for the 7th Federal Reserve District. I'm very happy to be here today because this is one of many Money Smart Weeks that are going on all over the Midwest this week. We have thousands of classes, just as many partners. They're in Detroit, in Des Moines, in Milwaukee, where there was one in Bloomington yesterday we kicked off. We're starting in Indianapolis tomorrow. So your efforts here are part of a much broader effort to help people understand how to manage their personal finances. And the Federal Reserve is very interested in that. It's good for people, obviously, to prevent financial mishaps. It's good for communities. It's good for businesses to have productive employees. And it's also good for the overall economy because it leads to a much more efficient allocation of resources when people are making good decisions about their personal finances. So thank you so much. I'd personally like to thank Diane for all the work that she has done to promote Money Smart Week in Northwest Indiana. Thank you very much. And I'd like to thank Indiana University Northwest and Jim and Dr. Lowe and John and everything you do to promote financial education with the Fed. We think this is very important. And I also bring the greetings of our president, Charlie Evans, who could not be here this morning, but we have a little video to show that we put together just this week.
It's a great time of year. It's one of my favorites. Weather's a little colder, but you get an opportunity to celebrate with friends and family, think about the past year, and most importantly, think about what you're going to do in the new year to get a fresh start. You start to think about your New Year's resolutions. So this year, one of my New Year's resolutions was I'm going to eat better. I'm going to eat, much more healthy in my eating habits. So the first thing I did, started reading articles, finding books, looking for tips on how I can change my day-to-day habits, started making plans. So I got all the knowledge I could and really started to think about what it is that I would have to know in order to pursue this new way of living. Now, unfortunately, I'm here to tell you that whether the day is just too busy or temptation is just too much for me to overcome, But many times I find myself resorting to those same old habits and going back and grabbing junk food. So in those situations, what I know isn't being reflected in what I do. So in the same way, we have to think about knowledge and behavior in that regard. We need to think about it in terms of our money. We may be able to learn that we need to save more, that we need to plan and budget, and these are important things for us to learn, but how do we turn that knowledge into actual behavior? So this is, again, the underpinning of financial capability. So we at CFSI are really interested in this connection, turning that knowledge into behavior. So over the last 2 years, we've been doing a lot of research to try to understand who in the field is doing what to kind of make that transition. And at the same time, we also launched a grant fund called the Financial Capability Innovation Fund, where we, with the help of some funders, granted $1.5 million to nonprofit organizations across the country who are developing these interesting new programs designed on focusing on financial behavior, improving the financial behavior of their clients. So in this regard, we're really trying to figure out what are the mechanisms, what are the features, what are the strategies that we can employ to help people to make better decisions in their day-to-day life and put that knowledge into action. So a couple of key strategies that we identified, well, I'll go over those, but the first one, and it's really the one that we find essential to this idea of financial capability, and it's linking what we know with product, linking financial education and actionable guidance with well-designed products. Really, when you think about it, it's all about giving people the tools that they need in order to put their guidance into action. I can tell someone and I can teach them about the importance of emergency savings, but it's so much more powerful when you then give them access to a well-designed, responsible product that they can use to actually save their money. So what this means in financial capability is that there's a role for a lot of different people to play. In particular, financial services providers and nonprofit organizations have an opportunity to work together and form some cross-sector partnerships that, again, can help people make that transition from what they learn in the classroom to what they do in their everyday lives. Now, another key strategy that we've identified is leveraging technology. Technology gives us an opportunity to communicate with people in their everyday lives and to do so on a much more efficient scale than we can do oftentimes in person. In particular, we think that the mobile opportunity, mobile phones, is a great way to provide people with timely advice. And if you look at the research, you'll find that things as simple as a simple text reminder, reminding people to save, can help them to increase their savings balances by up to 16%. So just one text message sent to them on the right day at the right moment can really make the difference in someone's behavior. Even mobile banking applications or tools that allow people to stay on top of how much money they have in their account can help people to make those, again, make those decisions in their everyday life.